posting, I would never have to work again. Film them all the time, but I'm so self-conscious and critical about everything from like, oh no girl, you're open mouth breathing there, oh you're doing the lip thing there, like can't post it. So hopefully this is going to be it for me. So it's going to be a tutorial on how to get this look. And a lot of my favorite YouTubers right now are using old palettes that everyone loved. So what I'm doing is taking some of those older palettes and pairing them with some of the newer palettes that come out. So I got this look by pairing the Anastasia Modern Renaissance and Decay's Naked 3. This is one of my new favorites, and this is one of my all-time favorites. So if you want to see how I combine these two palettes to get this look, just keep watching.
So I'm going to start off, I already have my skincare on. I'm going to go ahead and prime my face. I'm going to use the Nivea Men's Aftershave Balm. Just kind of rub that in until it gets tacky. I'm using MAC's 24-hour eye base, so I'm just going to set that with a little bit of Kat Von D Lock-It powder. So many of us put our money into these hyped up palettes that are everything when they first come out, and everybody wants them and everybody gets them until 3 months later when the next big thing comes out. And then it's like, okay, well, what do I do with this one that was so amazing 3 months ago? And I think it's awesome to revisit that. So my grand plan is to take some of these newer palettes and combine them with some of the older classic palettes and get some looks. So today's look, I'm going to use the Modern Renaissance palette and the Naked 3 palette. One of my favorite newer palettes, and then one of my all-time favorite palettes. So let's see what we can come up with. I'm going to start using the color Limit from the Naked 3. Awesome. So it wasn't like super precise or anything like that, just sloppily like any transition color. I'm going to take a little more tapered blending brush. This is a MAC 222. I'm going to take the color Buon Fresco from the Modern Renaissance, and I'm going to run that right below where we did that first color. And again, I'm still not being super precise. This brush is going to make the product a little more concentrated, but nothing super intense. I want to use the color Trick from Naked 3. This is actually just going to act as a base color for this fanciness we're going to put on top later. So I'm actually stopping before I get to the outside corner. I'm not bringing it all the way to the outside corner. I'm going to take a MAC 221, an even smaller blending brush, and I'm going to take the shade Nooner, and I'm going to mix it with a little bit of Liar. Reminds me of my ex-boyfriend. And again, I'm not bringing that all the way in. I'm stopping about where my brow starts. Stila Metallic Shadows. This is the color Smoky Storm. I was really excited because I was early on the train on this one. I am not early to the party on a lot of things, but I was on this one. So I just want that whole catch me walking, I'm going to turn my head to the right and blind you with my glitter. I love it. Oh, the Magnificent Metals are gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to take a pencil brush. This is the Sigma E30 brush. I'm going to take the shade Antique Bronze from Modern Renaissance. I'm going to run that under the lower lashes. I feel like I want to warm it up just a little bit. So I'm going to go in with the teeniest, tiniest, smallest little smidgen of is that one it? Venetian red. Venetian red? Red ochre. I'm starting on the outside corner. I'm going to pull that in. See, and even the teeniest, tiniest little smidgen of product. I'm going to take the color Black Heart on that same pencil brush. I'm going to run it just on the outside, just on the outer third of that lower lash line. And then I'm going to start working on the outer V. Barely applying like any product there. Once I get it placed on the outer V exactly where I want it, I'm going to pull into the crease. And I've not dipped my brush again. I'm still working off that same first dab. And the whole time I'm doing this outside corner, I'm making sure, like, I will work on my outer V, and then I'll go back and like connect the lower lash line to the outer V. Yes. Okay, for my brow highlight, I'm going to be using MAC's Studio Finish Concealer in the shade W10. Or just any flat definer brush will do. And with this product, it takes such a small amount. The teeniest, tiniest amount will do. Okay, I'm going to take the same brush, Strange from Naked 3. I'm just going to set that brow highlight. My favorite combination for foundation right now is my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet in the shade 25 and Makeup Forever Ultra HD in the shade R330. Hate them individually, but together they are like nectar of the gods when it comes to foundation. Amazing. Sigma, what is this, an F80? Yeah, flat top kabuki brush. I'm going to use the blend. Now I don't take my foundation all the way up underneath my eye because the skin around your eyes is thinner than the skin on the rest of your face. So that being said, if you take your foundation all the way up and then you're going to put concealer on and then you're going to bake that, you know, and put all this powder and all this other stuff, then it can just be a lot. And it's one of those areas that the more product you add, the more it's going to crease, the more it's going to show texture, the more everything's going to just kind of suck. NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer, or Radiant Creamy, yeah, Radiant Creamy in the shade Light to Vanilla is going to be under eye. Now concentrate this mainly in the corner. I do of course bring it down, but that's where most of my darkness is in this corner. I'm not really dark anywhere else. This is my Real Techniques Little Mini Beauty Sponge. So my favorite everywhere else concealer is the Makeup Forever Full Cover. I have shade number 4. This is one of those products that you have to work quickly with. It's not one of those place it everywhere and then blend out concealers. It is a, I'll put some around my nose. I have a little busted capillary on the tip that I'm a little hard on trying to pop a pimple one day, so that's there forever. Anyway, so I place it in that area and then I blend. Because it's waterproof, it dries down super fast. So if you don't work with it, or if you don't blend it out basically immediately, it's gonna set and be really hard to work with. It's crazy. The older I get, the more I break out. Like, I never broke out in high school or anything. And I feel like, I don't know if this is payback. A little extra never hurt anybody, right? We're gonna bake a little bit. I'm going to take my Real Techniques beauty sponge, that's the sculpting sponge. I'm going to take the Kat Von D Lock-It powder and set the under eye. And honestly, I should have done this as soon as I applied the under eye concealer. I'm going to set the rest of my face using my MAC Studio Fix Perfecting Powder in the color Medium Plus on my Real Techniques powder brush. And when I put my powder on, I press it in versus like buffing or swiping because I don't want to move any of the foundation. For blush, I'm going to use my Tarte Amazonian Play in the color Buff. It looks like nothing in the pan, like. But it's so pretty. I've been concentrating my blush a little bit higher. NARS Laguna bronzer, best bronzer of life right now. On the biggest fluffiest brush I have. This is just a generic one from Claire's. So I'm going to take my Kat Von D brush number 20 and my Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette. I just swirl all those together and dust off the bake. I'm going to use this Duo Fiber brush from Crown and the Anastasia Beverly Hills Col Guerrero Glow Kit. I'm going to use the shade, which one? Let's do Kitty Cat with a little bit of Forever Lit. Let's do it. I'll lay down Kitty Cat first and see how that does us. The first time I used this, I swatched it in store, but I hadn't worn it on my face. I came home and it was on my birthday and I was getting ready for dinner, and decided to get ready on Facebook, and I was so excited. Like, the look on my face was pure joy. It was like angels from heaven and all good things and puppies and kittens and rainbows and unicorns and everything good. Okay, so I'm about to hit this light and I just need you to see this glow. Ready? Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of Forever Lit on top, just a smidge, just on this. I'm not going all over where I lay down the first one, just kind of in places just to amp it up a bit. You guys, now I want all the glow kits. I want them all. I want all the highlights. They're so pretty. Lips, I'm going to start with the NYX Suede lip liner in the color Brooklyn Thorn. I'm going to fill all the way in with that. Okay, Little Stitches by ColourPop. I think this one, mine's worn off, but I think this one's on the Ultra Satins. Eyeliner I've been loving is the MAC Brush Stroke Liner. This is so easy to work with. I'm not going to do a fancy liner or anything like that. Mascara, I'm going to do a little bit of, this is one of the new limited edition ones in the color Well Toned. It's just a deep purple. Love it because it's really, really subtle. Pop that on my bottom lashes first. For my top lashes, I'll be using MAC's Upward Lash. I'm not going to spend a lot of time building my top lashes because the false lashes that I'm applying are pretty intense. And the lashes I'll be using, I'm so excited about these. They are the Kiss Lash Couture. They're from the Faux Mink collection. These are the Pitch lashes. And they are the most subtle of that line. Okay. Well, it definitely went on easy. All right. These are shaped perfectly for my eye. Like, the way they just fit. I'm going to use the Sweet Peach Creamy Peach Oil Lip Gloss in the color Pure Peach. This feels so good on in this color combination. Has been everything to me. Alright guys, so that is the completed look. I hope you like it. If you have any questions, suggestions, palettes that you want to see me combine, that you have, that you just want something to kind of pair it with one of your new ones or a new way to wear it, leave it in the comments below. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.